It's the last show of the year. We take you around the hill in 30 minutes for this special edition of our Year in Review.
Look who's in that top 25 list, and Western Kentucky's in that list, but I think look who's not.
Every week we bring you a jaw dropper. This week we'll bring you 5, coming right up here on the Extra Point.
With all the action from around Warren County and your WKU Hilltoppers, this is the Extra Point.
Thanks for tuning into the Extra Point. I'm Marcus Browning.
And I'm Paige Hagan.
P. Hagan, it's been real with you.
It's been super real. The last show of the hill for me, we're going to make it a good one for you. Let it roll. After recording an 0-12 record in their first FBS year in 2009, it only took WKU football a handful of seasons later, and now we're walking among the number 24 team in the nation. The program's seen a complete 180, and Brahms' 2015 squad was the first team in Conference USA history to go undefeated in conference play and win the championship title. With the 12-2 record, the Tops pulled in their first national ranking in school history. I think it's safe to say WKU football is on the national radar now. But speaking of those FBS bowl wins, so last season was their first bowl victory for WKU. This year, it's the first Conference USA championship for the Tops. It's the Tops' first conference championship since 2002, and that was the same year former head coach Jack Harbaugh led the team to earn the 1AA national championship. Brahms' squad throttled Southern Miss 45-28 on home turf, and Brandon Dowdy threw for 410 yards and 3 touchdowns. Okay, all that being said, let's hear it from the man himself. Hey, Swag, how do you feel these changes the minds of top recruits?
Well, this is just a start. If I could, relay anything to the younger guys, man, this is just the start of our program. Winning a conference championship, I would have never thought we would have done it 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But we did it today, and it's just the start of what is going to happen. We're going to explode. I truly believe that.
Swag, Brandon Dowdy, talk about exploding. This year was key from them not to disappoint in postseason play. WKU took a trip to Brandon Dowdy's hometown in Miami to battle former head coach Willie Taggart's USF Bulls. Top struggled to get things going early, but a different story second half that saw Dowdy complete 24 of 27 passes. They're shaking that hardware, proving his fire accuracy. WKU would take away their second consecutive bowl game by a score of 45-35. What do you have to say about that, Coach?
We're excited for the victory. It was definitely hard fought. All the credit goes to our players. They played extremely hard all year. They found a way to overcome adversity. Our coaches have worked hard as well to put in a great plan. Our support staff has done a great job, and we definitely appreciate all the fans that came down and supported us, and all the fans that were watching on TV as well. But
after being granted a 5th year of eligibility by the NCAA, WKU quarterback Brandon Dowdy returned to the Hill for one final go-around. After putting up video game numbers week after week in the 2015 campaign, he's now just one of 3 quarterbacks in the last 50 years to lead the FBS in passing yards, completion percentage, and touchdowns all in the same season. Dowdy finished his career on the Hill with 12,855 yards, along with 111 touchdowns. While we will all miss his performances on the field, his post-game theatrics will be missed as well.
So scary, just by myself. I got the lights on and stuff. It's so scary.
After Bobby bounced to the Ville, Jeff Brohm rose up and took over the helm. And to say he has been successful in his first 2 years as the main man would be an understatement. In the past 2 years, with the help of Brandon Dowdy, he has helped lead WKU football to a 20-7 record with 2 bowl game appearances and 2 bowl game wins. Not to give it away, but if another man we have already discussed wasn't our fall hero on the Hill, Jeff Brohm would definitely be in contention. Now, with all this football talk, we had to give you some results. Last week, we asked you whether WKU was now a football school or still a basketball school, despite the recent football success. And the Twitter users responded. 70 people voted, and 74% think WKU is now a football school. So there you have it. It looks like football now sits atop the Hill. The 2016 NFL Draft marked the best class in WKU football history. The league drafted 3 Hilltoppers and 5 guys got picked up as free agents, marking a high 14 tops now on NFL rosters. First of the top selected tight end Tyler Higbee in the 4th round to the LA Rams. Then we heard quarterback Brandon Doughty will go back to his hometown to wear a Miami Dolphins jersey, and cornerback Prince Charles Awara to San Francisco. Free agents picked up include former basketball star George Fant and several core wide receivers. WKU Athletic Director Todd Stewart weighed in on what this means for the university.
Look at this weekend. Look at the programs that won't have 14 players in NFL camps. Western Kentucky will. So to our coaches and to our players, they've really raised the bar, in my opinion, to an all-time high. And there's never been a better time to come here and play football.
To round out their spring season, the WKU women's soccer team posted a 5-1 record and made strong performances in 2 7-versus-7 tournaments. The ladies in red faced many exhibitions during the season, including Belmont, Troy, Morehead State, Tennessee Tech, and Carson Newman. However, with graduation right around the corner, the Lady Toppers will lose seniors Chandler Clark, Lauren Motes, and Alana Clancy. But have no fear, the team will have 90% of their scoring offense for next season, including leading scorers Iris Dunn and Hannah Chua.
WKU volleyball, with no surprise, spiked the competition out of the way this year, bumped their way into the NCAA tourney, and were the only program in the country to have 4 30-plus win seasons in the last 5 years. The Lady Tops finished their season nationally ranked in the 22 spot, a 32-4 record, and only 2 of those losses came early in the season, one to Dayton and the other to Missouri State. Hudson's squad went on a 17-0 run, then later in conference play, Rice came in and surprised the ladies to end that hot streak. However, the Lady Tops bounced right back from that Rice loss and ended their conference season 15-1. Another Conference USA title was so close they could taste it. Up next for the Tops was the CUSA tournament, where they swept the competition, literally. WKU opened the tournament with sweeps against Marshall and North Texas, and in their final game, it was a match against number 2 Conference USA ranked UTSA. The Roadrunners proved no match for the ladies in red, and WKU clinched their 2nd Conference USA title. What a season, ladies. So with a big conference tournament win under their belt, the ladies happily accepted their invite to the NCAA tournament. Their first matchup was set in Utah against Pac-12 Arizona, and WKU showed no mercy to the Lady Wildcats, sweeping the series 3-0. Next on the bracket, 11th ranked BYU, and the Lady Tops couldn't hold up the Cougars' outside hitter. BYU swept the series 3-0 and closed out the Lady Tops' productive season. Well, football is number 1, and with that being said, let's wheel out our first hero, Marcus.
Now, we've covered him last year, but he just upped his game again this year.
No kidding. Now, a member of the Miami Dolphins organization, he gets to take away another award from us right here on the Extra Point.
Brandon Doughty, will you please stand up and get ready to assume your spot as our fall hero on the hill?
That's a given. All right, still in the season, we're going to keep you up to date on baseball and softball.
And while things got real on the hill for men's basketball, business was as usual for the women.
Welcome back. WKU women's basketball team proved themselves worthy this year and even went on one of their deepest postseason runs. Coach Michelle Clark-Hurd led her team to a 27-7 overall record and 15-3 in conference play. Kendall Noble and Tasia Brown led the Tops on the court with a combined average of a little over 35 points per game. Notable games in their season included a win over then-ranked number 7 Louisville at home and a win at home also against rival Middle Tennessee. Lady Tops posted a 65-51 victory over those Blue Raiders and then went on to win a 4-game winning streak heading into conference tournament. The ladies made their way to Birmingham with hopes of clinching another CUSA tournament title. Game 1, the ladies faced off against the Thundering Herd. It was back and forth buckets throughout most of the game, and well, in the final minutes, WKU had things all tied up. They fought and tried to take the lead, but even with a triple-double from Kendall Noble, the Tops couldn't quite hold it up. So their tournament time was cut short, falling to Marshall 66-63. But a loss in the tourney didn't mean their season was over yet. The Lady Tops made an appearance in the WNIT. First round, they took on Dayton, and with 33 points in the 4th quarter, it sealed them a victory of 89-72. Second round, University of Tennessee Martin. Despite trailing by 12 points in the first, the ladies won 64-57. They're in the groove now for the quarterfinals. WKU notched a win against St. Louis with a buzzer beater, 78-76. Tops close a close victory. That advanced them to the Final Four to face South Dakota. A tough battle at that. Back and forth, the Lady Tops looked to advance, but they couldn't hold up to the Coyotes. And women's basketball season ended 68-54. Heck of a ride, ladies. Congratulations.
On the other hand, the WKU men's basketball team struggled this season, especially away from Bowling Green. Under head coach Ray Harper, the squad went 12-4 at home, but took 9 L's on the road with only 3 wins. Sophomore Justin Johnson led the team with 14 points per game, shooting 60% from the field and 270 total rebounds. 2 of the most memorable games on the season came against rival MTSU, losing by only 2 at home after being down 18 at the half. The men took the win in Murfreesboro thanks to a key 3 by redshirt senior Aaron Cosby in the final minutes, giving the Tops their first win at MTSU since 2009. Despite the regular season conference final, the Tops look to bounce back in Birmingham for the CUSA tournament. First matchup, Tops took on North Texas, and with a big game from sophomore Justin Johnson of 17 points and 10 rebounds, it helped seal a WKU victory of 84-76. Moving to the quarterfinals, the Hilltoppers shocked the crowd when they defeated regular season CUSA champions University of Alabama Birmingham 88-77. That victory advanced WKU to the semifinals, taking on Old Dominion. However, the Tops couldn't hold up to the Monarchs, and they fell 89-77. In case you haven't been filled in yet, basketball on the Hill was in a firestorm after the conference tournament. On March 17th, it was released to the public that Frederick Edmond, Chris McNeil, and Marlon Hunter had been suspended indefinitely from the WKU men's basketball program. Along with the 3 players being suspended, Coach Ray Harper stepped down immediately as head men's basketball coach. On April 5th, it was announced that the 3 suspended players had then been released from the university and would be allowed to seek other opportunities. Following the resignation of Ray Harper as the men's basketball coach, Todd Stewart and company got right to work. And after 10 days, they found the man who would be the next and the 15th Hilltopper basketball head coach. That man is none other than Stansbury. Stansbury spent 14 years as head coach for Mississippi State and then had a 2-year stint as an assistant coach with the Texas A&M Aggies.
Oh, well, first off, Todd, I thought I was the only guy you talked to. But he got it right.
One basketball player stood noble on top of the hill.
Kendall Noble, that is.
The redshirt junior averaged 18 points per game.
And it doesn't stop there. She led the team with 105 steals, making her ranked 14th in the nation.
But Paige, we can't forget to mention she recorded 2 triple-doubles this season and the first in CUSA tournament history.
Oh yeah, Conference USA awarded her Defensive Player of the Year and was a finalist on the WCA Defensive Player of the Year award.
With a resume like that, it's no wonder Miss Noble is our winter hero on the hill. As always, we go for 2. It's Paige's last play call. Stay tuned.
And this past weekend, Intramurals and BG Best Buddies teamed up. We'll give you the fresh take coming up.
When you lose the number 6 overall pick in the professional softball draft and a team loaded with seniors, you're going to experience some growing pains. The Lady Topper softball team has experienced those pains this season and now sit at 16-28 overall. However, it hasn't been all bad for WKU. Catherine Dowding and Hannah Parker have pitched well this season as a 1-2 combo that struck out 169 hitters to this point. Sophomore walk-on Jordan Mock is currently second on the team in batting average and home runs. However, the Lady Toppers have lost 7 straight games and still have a lot of growing to do. The Lady Toppers have 1 homestand left before they head to Denton, Texas for the CUSA tournament. WKU will host Marshall in a 3-game series this Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, the ladies play a doubleheader against the Thundering Herd starting at 1 o'clock and finish up the series Sunday at 11:30. WKU then has a couple of days to rest up and catch their plane to Texas for the start of the CUSA tournament. We're going to take a quick break from the year in review because intramural softball is in full swing on the Hill, but this game is a little bit more special. Reporter Danny Vessels gives us an inside look to one player's experience on the field.
Intramural softball gives the community a chance to have fun and play ball.
Well, I'm watching my daughter and a lot of other great athletes play a spirited game of some co-ed softball.
Bill Greer and his daughter Jenna are a dynamic duo when they step up to the plate.
She's got a visual impairment, she's got developmental delays, a variety of different things, but really for her and for all the other athletes, it's so much about what they can do.
Jenna is part of the Best Buddies program on WKU's campus.
Best thing about Best Buddies is to hang out.
Go, Alex!
The Special Olympics, Best Buddies, and WKU's Campus Ministries helped organize this event.
Just some others who want to come out and enjoy a softball game with special needs adults, and they're having a great time, you know, getting a chance to pitch, to catch, to field, to bat, to score. I mean, just having fun.
1, 2, 3, ball three!
For the Extra Point, I'm Danny Vessels.
Really cool story. Thanks, Danny, for that report. A lot of ups and downs for the WKU baseball team this spring. After starting off the year in terrific fashion with wins against Cincinnati, Georgia, and Tennessee, the Tops began to take a dip in their season. WKU dropped 6 straight games during the middle of April, but a series sweep of UTSA and a win at Lipscomb looked like it could give the Toppers some momentum heading towards the conference tournament. A series loss to FIU was hurt those chances, and a 6-1 defeat to the defending national champs Vanderbilt has WKU sitting at 24-21 overall and 10-11 in Conference USA. WKU still has to face 2 heavyweights in Conference USA's as they round out their season. The Tops will head to Hattiesburg, Mississippi to face one of the best hitting teams in Conference USA this weekend. The Southern Miss Golden Eagles are first in conference and leads USA with a 3-1 team batting average. The Tops come home on the 13th for a 3-game stint against Marshall before hitting the road again, this time to Boca Raton to face FAU. After all that is said and done, the Tops will turn their attention to the conference tournament that starts on May 25th at Southern Miss. As we brought to you last week, the Hilltoppers track and field programs are taking a hefty funding cut. While Kentucky universities grapple with the loss of a significant portion of funding, WKU has hit 6 teams with a 50% reduction in their budget. Track and field, along with cross-country members, are going to face with tough choices moving on. Where to send their athletes and where to reduce their scholarship allotment. As a whole, the 6 teams split $1.5 million. After the cuts, they'll have to split $700,000. The WKU track and field team had a strong season despite the budget cuts this year, showing out in just about every meet they competed in. The 4x100 meter relay team of Grant Swinton, Emmanuel Desor, Julius Morris, and Kyrie King set a meet record at the Lenny Lyles Clarkwood Invitational up in Louisville. Janessa Jackson shined bright for the Toppers, claiming her first CUSA Female Field Athlete of the Week honor after a pair of top 5 showings in the hammer throw and shot put. The team will travel to Murfreesboro on May 12th to compete in the Conference USA Championships.
It was a turnaround year for the WKU tennis team this season. For the first time since the 2012-2013 season, the team finished above 500 at 9-6. Andriana Christopoulou was named first team All-Conference USA. The Lady Toppers look to improve as Coach Burhane is bringing back all but 2 of his players and looks to make some noise in the conference tournament in the upcoming years. Talk about one for the record books. The WKU men's golf team finished their 2015-2016 season with one of the best records in school history. They earned a couple of CUSA academic honors and broke some personal records as well. They also took home 7 top 5 finishes as a team, such as 2nd place in the John Kirk Panther Intercollegiate, tied for 4th at the CUSA Championship, and a win at the Morehead State Citrus Challenge Invitational back in March. Snowballing off those wins, they gave head coach Adam Gary the title of the 2nd coach in program history to win a tournament in each of his first 2 seasons here on the Hill.
The WKU men's golf team also did a pretty good job for themselves this season as well. They closed out their campaign with multiple personal bests, a Conference USA academic honor, and top 5 finishes as a team. They finished 3rd at the Greenbrier Collegiate Invitational, 3rd at the Cap Fear Intercollegiate, and of course that program's first team championship at the Bobby Nichols Intercollegiate back in March. And while baseball and softball grabbed the headlines, there's one more hero we want to recognize.
She started a GoFundMe when the track team was hit with crippling cuts.
And along with the GoFundMe, she was outspoken to Athletic Director Todd Stewart, President Ransdell, and the media about how the cuts would affect her team.
Added to that, she was named CUSA Athlete of the Week.
Well, Miss Janessa Jenkins, please stand up.
You are our spring hero
on the hill. And that's Janessa Jackson. Excuse us. Antonio Andrews wore number 5, so we figured we would honor him with 5 jaw droppers this week. We'll be right back with those. All right, it's my favorite part of the show, Marcus.
Jaw droppers.
Jaw droppers. Take it away, director. All right, Brandon Dowdy down in Miami tosses it to Jared Dangerfield. Mr. Dangerfield with an impressive grab for the Miami Beach Bowl. Mr. Dangerfield posted 19 touchdowns in his season with a little under 2,000 yards. Congratulations, Mr. Dangerfield.
Now number 4 in the NCAA tournament, Bronson Koenig to have the win against Xavier. Last second shot. Now let's watch this again. Here we go. He's going to take it all the way down to the corner. Fade away. And just look at the net. It's sweet. Billy Murray doesn't know what to say.
All right, my favorite trick play to Nakarius Fant. 69-yard touchdown pass to Mr. Taywan Taylor. Look at those legs go. Taywan Taylor with the touchdown. That seals the win. WKU's first time beating MTSU since 1989 at home. Incredible.
Now number 2, Kyle Lowry in the NBA playoffs just a couple nights ago. Half-court prayer, and it goes in to force overtime with the Miami Heat. And here we go. We're going to see it one more time. Here's the prayer over Justice Winslow. Floats it. It goes in. Sadly, Raptors couldn't win that game.
All right, number 1 on our list, of course, the national championship game. Marcus Page, off-balance shot for the tie, 74-74. It's a tie ball game for the national championship. We've got 4.7 seconds left. The crowd goes crazy. Hey, you recognize that guy? All right, 4.2 seconds left. Archidiakono dishes it to Chris Jenkins for the buzzer beater. Oh my goodness, it's in. Villanova wins it. It's their second national championship in school history since 1985.
But we've covered a lot that has happened here on the Hill.
No kidding.
But there's one team we haven't taken full coverage of. Director, take it away.
47% of children entering kindergarten are academically ready.
Well, Catherine, this has huge implications for Tyler Higby.
It's here at Hilligans that the effects of students leaving for spring break are the most felt.
Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommend hand washing. As the holiday season approaches, Kentucky State Police encourage drivers to be cautious.
Another CUSA series is on the docket for coach tutoring the team this weekend.
South Warren didn't hang their hat on offense after the game.
The extra point is always up. It's up.
It's up. It's up. And it's good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, guys.
Now, that is a compilation of the seniors who have helped make the extra point possible this year, and just a huge shout out to all of those who have helped out.
And shout out to Tyler Flint, who wasn't mentioned in that video.
There was a picture.
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that video. I thought we were actually taking a package that you did. You tricked me.
No, we didn't. The Paige, any final words you have to say here on the extra
guys,
point?
it's been a wild ride representing WKU, and with this absolutely wonderful program, I've learned so much, and I've had a lot of fun sharing the news and covering WKU sports. It's been a wild ride and a lot of fun at that, and couldn't have asked for a better year.
Well, thanks, Paige. It's been awesome to have you.
Marcus.
But that's all the time we have.
It's up for my last time.
The extra point is up.
And it's good.
And it's good.